Hey, Shalom, Marcus, Rakam, Akapash, and Jimmy London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. Low just a quick one. I said I'd possibly do a video on this concerning this chart here, right? This guy's put up here, Professor Norman Fenton, right? And it's got here, the caption here says, a reminder of what net zero really means, right? Because it's a whole push, to being carbon neutral, because the earth is in peril, right? And so everybody needs to tighten their belts with regards to their consumption and waste and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's on you to sort that out, innit? So the government are going to put in the schemes in place and you're going to do them while these bastards still flying around in their private jets and Rolls Royce and shit, the V12s and shit, right? Right, because it's for you peons. You need to conform to this, right? And this chart here shows you a little bit about what it is that they plan on doing, right? So I'm gonna, blow it up a little bit. But just reading this, it says, this graphic from the UK government fires project, right? And this place is gonna be set on fire, man. It says key points. All airports except Heathrow, Belfast, and Glasgow to be closed by 2030. Right, so they're gonna destroy the, the commercial airlines, right, for this net zero shit, right? It shows you, man. Everything they're doing is basically tanking it, destroying everything that they kind of set up. All this stuff's gonna coincide with everything collapsing. Because they don't need it. They don't need it. They don't need commercial airlines for you fucking useless eaters, as they put it. They don't need you to go on holidays no more. You can get everything that you need in your 15-minute city, right? Sunbed, right? Whatever. They don't want you flying around no more. So that's the tourism. All these old systems that exist, they're going to be done away with, man. Life is gonna be about the elite, like, they can still go around and do what they want to do, right? They can still go and fly here, go there, buy this, eat that. You want to be restricted. You ain't gonna be able to eat meat. You're gonna have to eat the fake shit. You're gonna have to eat the bugs, right? You can't own a car. You have to, if you're what's that word? If you're allowed to, there's another word I'm looking for. Anyway, if you're allowed to rent a car, you can rent a car. Most of you will be cycling, so they're spending more money on cycle highways and shit, right? Yeah, like I said, the holidays, you ain't gonna go on holiday, unless you got special clearance, right, or whatever. This is what they're pushing towards. The WF, that's their agenda, right? You own nothing, and supposedly you're gonna be happy about it. Right, but when I'm looking at this, like, how is anybody gonna be happy with this? This is man. This is hella inconvenient, right? But anyway, let's carry on. Right, it says all airports except Heathrow, Belfast, and Glasgow to close by 2030. No flying at all by 2050. Right, no new petrol diesel cars by 2030. By 2050, road use restricted to 60% of today's level. So they're saying they don't want to get, they're not forcing you to get rid of your cars, but they're gonna make you get rid of your cars. They're gonna make things so unbearable that by 2050, which we're not saying that we're even gonna get there, right? Lord, when this place well finished by then, to be reduced by 60% or to 60% of today's level, that's massive, right? It's showing you they're gonna get rid of your cars. Right? Or you're going to get rid of them for them because they're going to make it tax. They're going to tax you to the high hell, and you can't afford to, or don't see the point of owning one anymore. And you're going to get it scrapped or whatever. Which shows you even this whole move to electric car schemes and all this shit don't mean nothing because they want to get rid of all fucking cars. They don't want as many cars on the road. Period. They don't give a fuck if you got an electric car or not. They just make you buy them because it's fueling the economy. Just buying these fucking cars every fucking year. Well, guess what? When they don't need that anymore, which they don't really, they just collapse the whole shit. And, like, we don't need none of this commercial stuff no more. You don't need it. That's going to be for the elites. That's going to be that Elysium level type clearance. That's that's for them, the wealthy, the elites, because they can afford to offset their carbon footprint apparently, right? So they have the right to jump in a private jet and all this shit. But you got to go on foot. You got to go on foot by cycling. Can't own a car, right? Can't even eat beef, man, because beef causing too much methane or whatever it is, man, to produce and that. So, they're going to stamp that out. Have you eaten Beyond Meat, Franken meat, right? GMO shit. While these devils, be tucking into their Wagyu beef steaks, man. That's what it's gonna be. That's what the agenda is, man. And you people think, oh yeah, well, it's about saving the planet, innit? That ain't about that. It's about leaving you with nothing. This is what it is, right? This is what going green means, right? So anyway, let's get into this graph, okay? Actually, before that, let me get scripture, right? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. This devil Esau, right? He's the one in charge of all this shit, man. You're dealing with the elites. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, right? His desire, he's super covetous, man, like beyond covetous. His desire and his lust is unmeasurable, just like the ground, right? He buried the earth's always got more room for dead people, man, right? And so is Esau's desire, his lust, his covetousness, right? His desire is as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. It can't be satisfied. It's always, like I said, there's always more room, right? But gathereth unto him all nations and heateth unto him all people, right? And this is a global agenda that's taking place. So he's getting everybody under this banner, under this agenda, and everybody's going to have to give up all their shit. You're going to be told what you can and can't use, or how much of it you're going to use. Your heating, the fuel in the car until they scrap it all. You're going to be told what you can and can't do. Right? While, like I said, these elites get to do whatever if they want to do. Right? That is the biggest classism you're ever going to see in your life, right? Because everybody's going to be, put down into the low class, or you're going to be in the elite class. There ain't going to be no middle ground anymore, middle class and all this kind of shit. That ain't going to happen no more. You're going to have them and everybody else. So if you ain't a part of that club, that part of that group, forget it, man. Some are going to get obviously better treatment than others because you're going to have different restrictions and whatever, or allowances, but you ain't living on that level, man. All right? Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taught in proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. Right? But they don't want you to own anything. They want to take it all away from you. They want the resources all to themselves. They don't want to share it with you no more. Right? Woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be bruised unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, of them that dwell therein. Right? So let's get into the graph now. We're going to try and power through this, right? So yeah, at the top it's got road vehicles, right? 2020 to 2029. So we're already in this phase. All right, it says development of petrol. Okay, this is the most I can go in by looks of things, right? Development of petrol diesel engine ends within this time frame, right? So any new vehicle introduced from now on must be compatible with absolute zero. See, i.e. electric. Because that's what they move you to, even though we don't have the infrastructure for it. Even though there's not going to be the infrastructure for it, right? So beyond 2029 to 2030 to 2049, says all vehicles electric. Average size of cars reduces to 1,000 kilograms. Let me read that again. Vehicles electric. Average size of cars reduces to... All right, so they want to make cars smaller. Now we know you got range is an issue on these electric cars, right? And the charging times is an issue, right? That needs to be overcome, right? These batteries, you need more batteries for longer distance, or whatever, right? It will take longer to charge, obviously, but it will take you a longer distance. These batteries are super fucking heavy. These electric cars are heavy, right? 1,000 kilogram car. I don't even know a car that's 1,000 kilograms today. Like normal combustion engine, I don't know a car that is 1,000 kilograms. Like what car? What kind of car is this? They're talking about a one-seater car. One-seater electric car, right? That's a tiny car, man. That's a tiny car. With a battery in it, that's heavy. Yeah, that's a tiny car, man. Right? They don't want you moving about, man. They don't want you and a family to go out for fucking picnics and days out, Alton Towers. Fuck all that. They don't want you to do none of that, right? So you're gonna even think, oh, I don't even need a car. Oh, what's the point? What's the point? Like I said, you know, we're not even looking at 2030, 2049 as a realistic thing, because that's just terrible. That's a terrible thought. But you know, this is what they're planning, right? 2050, absolute zero, right? Road use at 60% of 2020 levels. So within what, 27 years from now, there's gonna be 60% less cars on the road, I guess, right? Through reducing distance traveled or reducing vehicle weight. Through reducing distance traveled. Okay. I don't know how to quite break that down, but beyond 2050, new options for energy, right? So we're going, after that period, after you've given up everything, man, we're going to develop new stuff. Yeah, so once you give up on all your cars, it's not plausible to have a car anymore. It's pointless to have a car anymore. We're going to introduce new energy types, right? You're going to do this because, like I said, guarantee you the elites are not giving up anything. Anything, not giving up anything, man. They're still going to have their large Rolls Royce and whatever they're driving around in, right? Like I said, they're still going to have their private jets, right? They're still going to have all of that stuff. It's you. It's the people. The people are going to have to conform to this, right? Right, new options for energy. Storage linked to expanding non-emitting electricity may allow demand growth, right? Whatever. You ain't getting to 2050. Right, for rail, right? It says growth in domestic and international rail as substitute for flights and low occupancy car travel. Right? Again, they don't want you using cars. They'd rather have you using buses because you can fit more people on them. Right, in one time, in one trip, right? That's where things are going. They don't want you to get planes no more. They want to take the train. The train is greener than the airplane. So they want to do those travel, you know, those sort of long distance travels on train. Takes a lot longer though, right? But that's what they want in this current time period that we're in, right? 2030 to 49 says further growth with expanded network and all electric trains. They want to expand the rail lines, right? You know, rail becomes dominant mode for freight as shipping declines. So they don't even want to use ships anymore because they're diesel powered, right? And to have an electric boat, that's not a smart idea, right? So they want to move all stuff through train, right? So whether they need to build, you know, they've got existing structures or, you know, rails that they can use to go from, you know, place to place. They've got to build it all, whatever it is they need to do in it, right? They want to reduce shipping and flights. Okay. Absolute zero, 2050. Electric trains, the preferred mode of travel for people and freight over all significant distances. So again, no cars, no nothing. You'll be catching the train mostly everywhere. But again, you won't need to because you'll be in your 15-minute city. You could probably work from home. You're probably going to be kept at home, right? Beyond 250, says train 2050 train speeds increase with increasing availability of zero emissions electricity. Okay. Hope for the future, yeah. Flying. All airports except Heathrow, Glasgow, and Belfast close with transfers by rail. Right, they want to do that soon. So all that Gatwick and Stansted. What's the other one? Gatwick, Stansted. Oh, you got City Airport here, I guess, as well. All right, they want to close them down, right? So all remaining airports closed by 2030, well, between 2030 and 49. And now you just got fucking, where these fucking signs are. No signs, no, nothing. All right, it says electric planes may fly with synthetic fuel, right? There are excess non-emitting electricity supplies, so it's a possibility they might have that back up and running if they can develop synthetic fuels and electric planes together. All right, shipping. There are currently no freight ships operating without emissions, so shipping must contract, become less. All shipping declines to 0. Right? They don't want no ships out there, man. Same with the flying, right? So some naval ships operate with onboard nuclear power, and new storage options may allow electric power. Right? So they're thinking they're going to develop the technology to the point where they can get electric boats, but no. Right? So no flying, no shipping, no cars. Right? You better get them e-cycles, man. Boris bikes. Heating. Electric heat pumps replace gas boilers, and building retrofits. Air tightness, insulation, and external shading expand rapidly. I don't really see that happening, but programmed to provide all interior heat with heat pumps and energy retrofits for all buildings. Right? I don't really know too much about this stuff, so I can't really say too much on it. So, 2050 absolutely zero says heating powered on for 60% of today's use. So they want us to use less energy, less of the time, right? So I guess the heating pumps are meant to be better and keep your house warm for longer. I don't know, but yeah, generally you mean using less energy. So whether that means, you're being forced to or you have your heating on or whatever on for a certain amount of time in a day, or at certain times in the day, right? Because of these smart energies and all that kind of shit, smart meters, and that they try and put in everybody's houses. They can control what you use and when you use it, right? They can. All right. This is all about control. Everything that's just I'm reading here is that NWO agenda for control. It's for control purposes. Like I said, it doesn't apply to these because they're above all of that, because they're rich, right, and powerful. All right, but they're going to control what you're going to use. All right, beyond 2050, this is an option to increase use of heating and cooling as supply of non-emitting electricity expands. All right, so maybe you're about to use more one day. Appliances, gas cookers phased out rapidly in favor of electric hobs and ovens. Right, so again, everything's connected to the energy grid, right? Electricity can be cut off, and that gas is kind of, you can power your gas stove with gas. You can buy gas. They don't want you to do that because that's well, they will say because it causes more damage to the environment, but really it's because it makes you more independent. If the electricity grid goes down or is controlled, then you can't use it if you've got electric hob. But if you've got a gas one, yeah, you might have to do something with that. Anyway, 2030-49. This is electrification of all appliances and reduction in size to cut power requirement. 2050 absolute zero says all appliances meet stringent efficiency standards to use of 60% of today's energy. Use is beyond that, right? Use, number, and size of appliances may increase with increasing zero emissions electricity supply. Food, national consumption of beef and lamb drops by 50%. Okay, that's why they're making all these Beyond Meat shit, right? They don't want you to eat beef no more because beef is harmful to the environment, right? Along with a reduction in frozen ready meals and air freighted food imports. Okay, well, yeah, we could probably do less with frozen ready meals anyway. That ain't so bad. Beef and lamb phased out, along with all imports not transported by train, because if it ain't being transported by train, it ain't getting transported, right? Fertilizer use greatly reduced, right? So they don't want to use fertilizers no more to maximize their growing, because the Esau needs to use that now to do that, because he don't on the land suburbs and all this kind of stuff, and the ground's just fully polluted. So yeah, they don't want you to have red meat, beef and lamb. Says total energy required to cook or transport food reduces 60%. Energy available for fertilizing, transporting, and cooking increases with zero emissions electricity. All right. Where we are now. Mining, material, and sourcing. Reduced demand for iron ore and limestone as blast furnace iron and cement reduces. Increased demand for materials for electrification. Iron ore and limestone phased out, while metal scrap supply chain expands greatly, develops with high precision sorting. Demand for scrap steel and ores for electrification much higher, no iron ore or limestone. Demand for iron ore and limestone may develop again if CCS applied to cement and iron production. Right, again, don't know too much about that, so I can't say too much. Right, so materials production, steel recycling grows while cement and blast furnace iron reduce. Some plastics with process emissions reduce. Cement and new steel phase out along with emitting plastics. Steel recycling grows. Aluminium paper reduced with energy supplies. All material production electric with total 60% power availability compared to 2020. Material production may expand with electricity and CSS, CCU. Hydrogen may enable new cement and steel. Oh, come on. Come on. Right, I'm not going to jump down because I don't know too much about these ones anyway, but I'll grab the last two, right? I'll grab some scriptures. All right, it says electricity, wind and solar supplies grow as rapidly as possible with associated storage and distribution, rapid expansion and electrification of end uses. Fourfold increase in renewable generation from 2020. All non-electrical motors and heaters phased out. All right. After 2030. All energy suppliers now non-emitting electricity. Demand for non-emitting electricity drives ongoing expansion in supply. All right. Fossil fuels, right? Rapid reduction in supply and use of all fossil fuels except for oil or plastic production. So they're gonna keep that up. You know, that shit's no good either. Fossil fuels completely phased out, so they want to get rid of the diesel, the petrol, you know, just oil in general, right? And then nothing, right? Development of carbon capture and storage may allow a resumption of use of gas and coal for electricity, you know. But that's what it is. They you know, taking all your creature comforts and your luxuries away from you, and you're going to be told, you know, what you can use, how much of it you can use, how to use it, you know. And like I said, that's all part of that agenda, man, of WEF and, you know, the NWO. All right. It's Psalm 73 and verse 6. So therefore pride compassed them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish, right? These elites, then they got everything already, man. And they got so much like wealth and things like they don't need anymore, man. But yet they're still out here draining the earth and draining the people of more and more things. Because they really just hate people, you know. They're the real hateful ones on the planet. And they want to see you starve and suffer and struggle. They love it. You know, they're sadistic like that, man. I get off on that, right? They're just greedy for no reason. You know, they got so much wealth that how much more do you want? What do you need? You have everything, but they just don't want you to have anything, right? They wanna feel they have that control and that power over the people, because they wanna you know, put themselves up as God in this world, man. So they want that control and power over the people to you know, dictate to you what you can and can't do. Right? So their eyes stand up with fatness, they have more than heart could wish, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily, right? This is nothing but oppression. What we're reading here is nothing but oppression to you people. Because like I said, it doesn't apply to the elites. This is what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to give up things. Because you need to save the planet. They don't need to do shit. They just need to tell you what to do. You know? And that's why, you know, under the guise of, you know, zero carbons and all this kind of stuff, they're getting you to do it, because Everybody should be worried about the planet, right? You know, but that's the the motive that they're using. So yeah, they speak loftily, they speak proud, like, oh, this is what we need to do to save the planet, right? It's all right. We don't need to tighten our belts, but they ain't gonna tighten shit. You're gonna do that. Verse 9: They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people will return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. So, and they say, how doth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Right? These are getting richer and richer by the day, okay, by the minute, second. That wealth gap is just getting bigger, man, because these men are moving quick. They're moving mad. Right? And eventually you're not going to own your house. You're not going to have any assets to speak of. You're only going to have what is given to you, man. And so that's going to be in the form of, these CBDCs through the mark, man, for the MOTB. Okay, everything that you're allowed to have and allowed to do is going to be set on that C-HIP. All right, like I said, whether you got access to a car or not, and things like that, whether you can buy certain foods or how much of that certain food you can buy. Right, because they're gonna control this zero carbon shit, right? So they're gonna make sure that you're doing it. One of the brothers posted up something concerning someone tweeted something, I think it was, or whatever, and they're saying their bank is monitoring their transactions and how much carbon it costs to do that or whatever. So it's keeping track of your emissions as a person, with your transactions and stuff, man. And it's just madness, man. But that's what they want to do. They want to track all that stuff and quantify it, and tell you that this is the impact you're having on the earth, man. So this is too much or whatever, and so you're gonna be limited to this and that to lower your footprint. But hold on, man. We don't run the factories. We don't run the companies. You know what I'm saying, that produce all these emissions. We just use the products that are given to us, man. And the way it's done, but the things how things are done here is wrong. It's off. The technology we got is off. Okay, ain't right. But we're supposed to praise Esau for the technology he brings out into the world, and oh yeah, such a great invention. Yeah, but it's destroying the planet. But they, oh well, we'll just limit the supply of it. You can't have it, but everyone else, all the elites, they can use that. Anyway, devils, man. All right. This is Genesis chapter 47, verse 18. It says, when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord how that our money is spent. My Lord, also have our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord but our bodies and our lands, right? Esau's creating a situation where he's just taking everything from you, man. He's going to leave you with nothing. Eventually, you're going to have to give yourself over and take the MOTB. Right? That's the situation he's created, man. And it ain't going to be no 2050 and all this kind of stuff. He's still going to bring this forward quickly. Right? To how much will he get done? We'll have to wait and see. But he's going to bring forth that MOTB and the C-HIP, right? Quickly. And you're going to have you people eating out of his hand. Because shit going to be so bad. Right? You're going to be looking for your next meal. All right, so a lot of you are gonna take that MOTB. All right, but it's all been orchestrated, man. And you can see by the agendas of these elites, man. Okay, what they intend to do. This is Joel chapter 20, verse 12. It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. As I say, he's telling you that, this is for the planet, this is for the next generation, right? Because, it's not fair. It's not fair on them, right? That, the next generation will be born with this problem. So we need to do something about it now. Or you need to do something about it now. Okay, we're just going to tell you what you need to do, right? While we, live lavishly. We jump it down. This is Verse 19, because you have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because you have violently taken away a house which he builded not, surely he will not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, every hand of the wicked, okay, which is the workers, the laborers, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right, so like I said, he's taking everything from everybody, right, for himself. And like I say, he's gonna get a certain distance with that, right? So in the fullness of his sufficiency, right, when he's, you know, got the people where he wants them, okay, got them marked up and all that kind of stuff, man. The Lord gonna come and do something to him, man. Right, verse 23, when he's about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. Okay, while you're, you know, enjoying your victory, so to speak, your preemptive victory. Right, while you're out there licking your lips and rubbing your hands together, the Lord is gonna bring an upset for you, man. Okay, in the form of those nuclear missiles. All right, which he goes into, man. But I'm gonna read that right now. Okay. But I'm going to end it here with John 10 and 10, right? And this is why we need to rely upon the Lord, man, and not trust in Esau, okay? I'll start from verse 7, right? So then said Yahushua unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay, Esau is that's exactly what Esau's on. Okay, he's gonna steal and take everything from everybody. Okay, he's gonna kill people that don't want to get down with it. Right? And he's destroying everything, man. That's what he is, right? How should I say, I am come that they might have life, that they might have it more abundantly, man, because the way Yahushua is bringing is better, right? Believing and trusting in him, it leads to, you know, they say pasture. Okay, but the ways of Esau, you know, is going to lead to, you know, the ways of death, man. Because anybody that takes that MOTB, which he's going to convince the world to take, the Lord is going to destroy, man. All right. So I am come that they might have life, that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. All right, so, you know, we in that time we need to trust in the Lord. All right, but we see what this devil is doing and how he's going to constrict the people. Okay, and their freedoms, their accessibilities to things, their movement. Right, he wants to trap them. Okay, and leave them powerless. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He's using this whole global warming, climate shit as an excuse to do that, right? And you know, some of these people play along because they believe that they're harming the planet, right? You know, so well, they're not gonna have a choice. They're gonna be made to give up shit, you know. But I just wanted to, you know, cover that, you know, bring that out. Lord willing is edifying, and so I'm gonna end it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom to the whole full man. So till next time, I say shalom.